the torture talk. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. You know what it is, man. Back at it, baby. You know what it is. So look, man, today's episode, we're going to be talking about Joe Buttons and crew has spoke on Andrew Schultz, and this is a hot topic. And yeah, man, you're gonna keep this thing going, man. I know a lot of people like, well, you talking about Andrew Schultz? Yeah. It's in the news, so we gotta talk about it. So before I get into that, I gotta get my spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work on your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, Cash App is in the description. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to over 13,000. And yes, I am the king of the North. Let me know what kingdom you're from. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Are you from the kingdom of Texas? Are you from the kingdom of North Dakota, South Dakota? If you kingdom of Bridgeport? Are you from the kingdom? You know. So, all right, so let's get to it, man. Let's do it. All right, so this comes from Never Give Up, courtesy of Never Give Up. Let's get it. You know what it is. Let's go.
May be just a joke, you a comedian, but what I do is I hate when people who are not a part of our culture end up coming into our culture and then their true feelings start to come out.
We don't know that. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Because he started to say about how black men or how rappers treat their women, right? That means you knew this and you felt this way. You knew this and you felt this way. You sitting next to Charlemagne and
he's
you
been
acting
saying
like
that on the show.
Huh?
He's been saying this on the show.
Well, I don't watch him, so I don't know if he's been saying
the same sentiment for years.
So he's saying what? That
It's another. I'm telling y'all, man. All these sympathizers, I don't understand it. Right? If the man's wrong, he's wrong, bro. You trying to say, well, he's been saying this on the show. Okay, if he's been saying this on the show, then why hasn't anybody checked him on it? Why isn't anybody saying anything about it? I'm going to say this. I think a lot of times people come into our space or our culture or whatever you want to call it, and they get really comfortable. And they start to say certain things and they start to do certain things because they're comfortable. I think Andrew Schultz, him saying certain things he was saying, I think even though he thought it was funny and he think it's a joke, he's comfortable enough to say it because nobody checked him on it. Nobody said nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So
black men or rappers beat their women.
Hey, put this in your ear. Estoy cagado.
So
He's had the same take forever.
If you guys do it, I can do it. No, nigga, you can't do it.
And that's the overall gist.
No, you can't. But you think you can't do it because you think disrespect. The Jewish people gonna allow us to talk or make jokes about anything pertaining to Jewish culture or what they went through? No, they're not. They're not.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's 100% facts. You think that they're gonna do that? No, they're not gonna allow that. That's not a joke. You even seen with what happened with Dave Chappelle when he was making jokes. What happened? They don't find that funny. The same way we don't find certain things funny. I mean, you could say whatever you want, but just understand that there's some backlash and there's some things that come with that. Consequences come with your jokes. Your actions lead to consequences. Now, whether they are really bad consequences or whether they're just people giving you a stern talking, either way, I'm just saying, you just got to be prepared for it.
You're offending, you get canceled. So we're not gonna let this guy.
Fact.
Huh? We're not gonna let this guy sit down there and then say, okay, it's a joke. I'd rather him address Kendrick Lamar and make jokes based on that. But when you start addressing hip hop and what hip hop has did to the black woman and how we have not protected the black woman and start quoting quotes and shit like that, then nigga, you spitting in our face.
And also, I found the original clip. I sent it to Parks for him to play if he wants to play it. But the whole the TikTok trend was called the black wife effect.
Now, as far as this whole black wife effect, I seen that and I heard about it. Basically, what they're saying is black women make white men, they turn white men from wimps to men. You know what I'm saying? Like stand up elite men, white black women do this. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's through a haircut, or whether it's through the way he dresses, the way he walks, he stands upright. He's like, that's what I'm thinking that. Well, that's what that means, the black woman effect.
For specificity, but I found the clip for.
I'm not disagreeing with Flip. I think two things could be true.
Sorry.
Mel.
Wow.
It's YouTube. Shut up. I don't have premium. Fuck that shit.
Holy shit.
That was crazy.
Oh, you don't know about glow up the other culture. Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up. Glows up, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends, they
grow a
step,
beard because there's
up.
more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of.
See, stuff like that. The more I hear it, the way I see it, it's actually worse than what I thought. You know what I'm saying? It's worse than what I thought.
That's hilarious. I think the black girlfriend effect, it might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Yeah, that's not a glow up.
Have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
Who was he sitting next to?
London.
They're all black?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We love them all.
Yeah. That means white.
I guess that to certain people there's a thin line between truth and joke, right?
I get Kendrick responding to that now.
Yeah,
that's not what.
It's not that it's a thin line between truth and joke. It's a thin line between respect and disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a joke. See, I think a lot of comedians think because they are comedians that they have the pass to disrespect people. That's not the case. Like, it's not from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. Andrew thinks that certain things he say, even though it's funny, he don't mean it, but it's still disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. Like, I really do believe that comedians think that they have a pass to say whatever they want because it's jokes, but jokes are offensive. I know some jokes are supposed to be offensive, but when you're talking about somebody manhood, that's something different. And you also got to understand that not everything is a joke. Not everything is a joke.
Mel said
like they was complimenting the black woman.
Yeah, but that's not
No. That's not. I was not saying that the conversation was complimentary. What I was saying was what the trend was. The trend was the black wife effect and how white guys look raggedy, and then when their black woman gets they swag them up. That was the trend, and that's what he's commenting on. And then he's basically alluding to the fact that the reason why they get the buzz cuts is because the stress of dating a black woman makes them lose their fucking hair. It's not fucking funny. And then the beard is to cushion them from like physical abuse.
Saying that black women are abusive.
And then these two.
Yeah, that's way over the top. That's way over the top. Just generalizing black women like that to me isn't good. Isn't good to generalizing. And there are some bad apples in the bunch, of course. But for you to say this is how they all are, say the same thing about white women, I can't say, well, they all Karens. Like, this is how they all are. You just can't do that. I just think that that's disrespectful.
Yucky.
Before you do that, let me just ask. I'm not defending, but I have to ask a question here. If a person don't like fucking Family Guy or South Park, where they shoot at everybody, you get what I'm saying? They don't. It's not. I don't take them as a racist or nothing like that because, all right, now it's a black joke because they do.
Then y'all shouldn't have a problem with Donald Trump. You shouldn't have a problem with Donald Trump. If you making a statement like that, Donald Trump comes at everybody. You shouldn't have a problem with Donald Trump. You shouldn't have a problem with him. So I don't think that you should be able to even make that statement. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, but we not talking about what he said about other people. We're talking about what he said about Kendrick. And again, I think that y'all minimizing this by keep on talking about what he said about hip hop. Like, no, everybody's not talking about that. Everybody's talking about him saying he's going to rape him. That's what everybody's talking about.
That's their form. If someone's form of comedy is offensive, let's be clear. There are some offensive jokes that are funny, regardless of how you look at it. If someone's form of comedy is being offensive and they're offensive to everybody,
okay,
I don't have a problem with that. I got a problem with the person who singles out, I'm only talking about this over here. Mm-hmm. Or I got a problem with the people that only have a problem when you talk about this over here.
You're sitting next to one of the...
That's my beef with
a big personality on the radio of New York, a known personality. You're sitting next to him who champions black culture. Mm-hmm. That's number one. So sitting next to him, he gives you a cosign. By even sitting next to him, you have a certain cosign and acceptance into the culture. Second of all, it's like...
that you might not deserve.
Yeah, you're cracking jokes about the black women, which is cool, but I'm saying that if it was the other way around, we're not allowed to do that, and we're going to get canceled.
Of course.
We're not allowed.
Can I
we have to protect...
100% facts. That's a fact. He's speaking facts. It can't be the other way around. It wouldn't be the other way around because they'll have a problem with it. Dave Chappelle. Anytime somebody says he said what he said, he needs to be this and that. Oh, he got it. Kanye West. Like, come on, man.
We have to protect. Of course, go. We got to protect our culture. That's how I feel. I don't like what I just heard, and what he said.
Me neither.
I don't like what I heard, and his response to Kendrick. I wasn't mad initially because I'm like, okay, nigga, you playing around with a comedian, he's gonna respond. But then when I hear how you really feel, how it rolls off the tongue, it hits different. You know what I mean? That's like having a friend that's been around you all the time. If I have a white friend all the time and I'm judging him based off of one thing, and then he just responds about all the negative connotations that black people deal with or that's attached to black people, I'm gonna feel away. Nigga, you always felt this.
Oh my God. Yo, he explaining this so good. That's a fact. That is 100% facts. 100% facts. Like you bringing up stuff that has nothing to do with. I'm talking about you. You're bringing up all these other things. He's speaking facts.
And you sat next to me pretending just because you had a goal in mind. That's how I would feel.
Can I? To go back to what you said about the acceptance and being allowed to be some level of a part of the culture. Yeah. Who's to say that he ever wanted that?
Big facts. That's true.
And I'm just posing that question. First off, let me make it very clear. I don't fuck with nothing he said. I don't think none of the shit he said was... I don't fuck with that.
So you think it's just us being typical and accepting anyone?
I think yes. I think he took advantage of a platform at a moment where he was not of the ilk and of the status of Charlemagne. He sat next to him and he somehow...
And he benefited from it.
Benefited and became... just as big, if not bigger.
Let me ask you a question.
And that's hold on, real quick.
Do we have okay?
But all of the stuff that they talking, that's not the issue. Like what they're saying now, what Flip was saying was facts, but what they're talking about is not the issue. The issue is he said something about Kendrick doing something to Kendrick. That's the issue. I don't know why y'all keep trying to dance around it, making it seem like, no, we got to talk about that. That's a deep, that goes deeper than what y'all think it does.
Part of life.
If black people tried to cancel shows, how would it affect him?
It wouldn't. His ticket sales will go through the roof. It would affect him the opposite, actually.
True.
All us sitting up here doing this. There's people that might not have heard about it. Oh, word?
How would we cancel a man where we ain't even his demographic?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Like, it's nothing.
So we got to get our money up to where our advertising dollars affect him.
Mm-hmm. It won't happen.
Or just take it, like, to be real, black people, we won't take a stance or partner together long enough to have an impact.
Sure.
That's a conversation we don't want to have.
That's a real challenge.
Because it gets too preachy. Cool. At the same time, Kendrick called Drake a pedophile for fucking 5 months, but the whole world got mad at a joke. Okay.
About a man another man.
It's hypocritical.
That's a good point.
Nah, that's not a good point because the whole world was mad at Kendrick for that too. Like you again. You're trying to minimize what was said to Kendrick. I hate when people do this. No, that's not the case. They want Kendrick. They want Drake is literally going through trial to stop him from performing the song and take the song away or take the streams away. You literally know that, but you saying that that's a good point. That's not a good point because that's not what it was. It's not a good point.
So what do I know?
I can't disagree with that.
That's a great point.
But
yeah, you're gonna get pot of the month.
One and done, right?
And I fuck with Kendrick. I love Drake, but you turn this whole boy upside down over some personal shit that you got planned to do. And dog, what the fuck are we talking about?
That's true. That is exactly true.
Hey Drake,
listen,
come on,
Hey, man,
didn't have to get there.
You gotta understand, it's different. When you talking about a hip hop star, two hip hop stars, and a comedian, it's a big difference. But you can't say things about me. Then when I say things back about you, you have a problem with it, right? Because this is what y'all talking about, Andrew Schultz. But then y'all want to defend Drake, saying, "Oh, it's wrong that Kendrick said that." Like, no, I don't get that. All I'm saying is, Andrew Schultz should not be speaking on things that had nothing to do with Kendrick. Kendrick said something about you, whether he was talking about you or not. He never said your name. But if he's saying something about you, you're supposed to say something back to him. Now, the joke you said about him raping him, that's okay. It's not okay, but that's what you supposed to have done. Not bring up, oh, well, Blackwell, what about this and that? No, that wasn't supposed to be brought up. You're supposed to make your joke like you did, but you got to understand there might be some consequences that come with that joke. Whether it's people cancel you or somebody, I don't know, mollywop you or something. Maybe not. I don't think so. But still in all.
I don't think it was planning.
That's true.
No,
that's true. It did not.
I keep going back to that. We got here because of you, buddy.
Stop.
We wasn't trying to get here. Yeah. We don't have to get personal.
He said it on the record.
It's a legend. I don't give a fuck what he said. And
they had a
hold up. You don't care what he said. He literally said it on the record. It's not alleged. Bro, he literally said on the record, we could keep this a friendly fade. He even said it. He said it 3 times, bro. You take it there, I'm taking it further. And that's something you don't want to do. He literally said that. Like, come on, bro.
Yo,
this is the part that I really don't like about that. You went on, I'm so tired of talking about Kendrick and Drake, but you went on TaylorMade using the Tupac AI and said, talk about him like in Young Girls. Okay, cool, I'm gonna talk about it now. You just didn't think it would blow up that way.
But that's not, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Again, a lot of you dudes don't follow the timeline. Y'all just be talking. TaylorMade came out, then Euphoria came out. And he warned him on Euphoria. Then on 616, he warned him. And then Drake came out with Family Matters, and then that's when he dropped Meet the Grams. And even in Meet the Grams, he said it at the end. He said, truthfully, I don't have a hate and bone in my body. But you know what I mean? But you had to stoop so low to discredit some decent people. Like, you didn't have to bring up my family. You know what I'm saying? Why do you have to do that? That's what he said in the song. Like, come on, man.
You did that.
Shout out to the boy.
At the end of the day,
I know. I saw you.
At the end of the day, the nigga
basketball court.
We got it. The nigga asked him how to do it, leave family out of it, and he didn't. And whether it was a plot, whether it was a plan, whether he knew that he was gonna do it,
accountability.
Whether he had this, it's just the setup is what the setup is. You guys think it's a plan. I don't think it's a plan. I just think it's just something. Obviously, I can see.
There's layers to it.
There's layers. Yes, I can see the layers that is presented, but I do understand what you're saying. And that was sort of Kendrick's point about pointing out people that may be culture vultures or not within, not down with our culture, whether he's right or whether he's wrong. You know what I mean? And we can't really say that about Drake because Drake has been holding the culture on his back for so many years. So it's a preference at this point. And obviously it does look like Drake was railroaded when they show certain receipts, and it's unfortunate, but
I 1,000% believe he was.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we just.
I'm gonna tell you, I believe so because he's been protected by that same label.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yes.
Like,
I love this, bro. So now Drake has been railroaded after he done did all this stuff to everybody. He did all these things, sending the cease and desist letters, all these things, and now he's being railroaded. Oh, what about Meek Mill? He wasn't being railroaded. What about all these other artists that Drake has done and said? Y'all, again, I'm gonna say this to blue in the face. Nobody's working with Drake. Why do you think that is? If Drake's the biggest artist in the world, how come nobody's working with him? How come there's no rappers doing songs with him? Like why? Why is there's nobody doing nothing with him? Why? Like, come on, man.
Couldn't really diss Drake on certain records. Like, Pusha T had a verse. Pusha T had a verse removed by Universal. They were calling in, getting things done.
Understood.
So that you can't diss him. So now, for somebody to diss me and y'all pump the song, make it number one. Oh,
worldwide.
It's play. It's something at play here.
Okay,
bro.
So I do get
everybody's running with this narrative. Stop running with that narrative. You don't have no evidence and proof. They did. They said they didn't do that. There's no evidence and proof for that. Y'all just running with it. They literally came out and said that they didn't do it. So you got to go off what they say until they proven otherwise. You can't say that, like, come on, bro, stop. I'm gonna end that there, man. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Never Give Up. Yeah, man. It's crazy to me how a lot of these dudes be out here caping for Drake, still caping for Drake. But as far like I said, as far as Andrew Schultz goes, I don't know, man. I think it was a poor joke, and I think that he should have just kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? I think that he shouldn't have had said anything about doing something to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But it's what comedians do, you know? I guess it is what it is. All right, man. 6 o'clock show coming up. Y'all have yourself a good afternoon. Love y'all. See y'all. Peace. Bye. I'm out of here.